In this video, I'm going to go over how to make your motion graphic video. So there are going to be 5 different versions of these videos that you need to make. The first one is background only, fade in and out from black at open and close, and have the audio fade in and out as well. The second video is background plus logo, fade in and out from black at open and close. The third video is background plus logo, control the 2 different layers of the logo, fade in and out from black at open and close. So you're going to fade in and out your logo parts at 2 different parts in the video. Then the fourth video is add your logo type and add scaling, sizes, change in sizes for 1 or more elements in your video, and in the final version you can use as few or as many effects as you'd like, filters, and as you choose needed to produce optimal results. So right here, this version is just a fading in and out. I have my logo and logo type here, so I'll show you how I did this. So you're going to, when you first open After Effects, you're going to go File, New Project. Then you're going to see in the middle of the screen it'll say New Composition. You click that. Then you click OK. Then you go to your files and you select all of the components you're going to need for these videos. And you click and drag them into here. Then you're going to select all those components and put them down here so you can work with them. So to make your video fade in and out, what I did was I went to my components over here. I went to New, Solid, and then I got a black solid. I clicked OK. And that's how I got these. Then to make them fade in and out, I click these drop down menus and then you look at the opacity. So when it's at here, for this solid, so when it's at here, the beginning of the video, the opacity is 100%, so you can fully see the black solid, so you can't see anything in the video. Then when you bring it out a little bit, you're going to want to make that 0, so you could completely see through it and see your logo and everything. So to do that, you have this here, and then you click this stopwatch to indicate this is where the background will be 100% seeable. Then you go over here a little bit to when you want to be able to completely see through that, and you set that to 0. So you have 100%, you do your stopwatch, and you put it over here, and you make it 0. And that's how you have that fade in effect. And to have the fade out effect, you do the same thing, but the inverse of that. So you have it start at 0. So you make it 0, click the stopwatch. Then you bring it out to the end of the video and you make it go all the way back to 100. So it will now, you can't see through it anymore. So it will fully be faded out at that point. So the first video will be only the background, so you get rid of all of your logo and logo types, and you will save it as just this part. and you want all of these to come out to be 2.5 seconds long. Then the next video is your background plus logo. So you bring in your complete logo, and we're going to fade this logo in and out. So for the second video, you're just going to have it just like this. So you save this video as your logo here, and it's fading in and out. Then in the third video, you're going to fade in and out your logo at different parts. So we go here, and we go to a part of your logo, and we can set the opacity to 0, and then fade it in a little bit more over here. And then with the other part of the logo, we do it a little bit different, where that will be 0 somewhere else. Maybe over here while the other one's fading in. And you can kind of stagger it like that. And this will be your third video. Then for your fourth video, you're going to add the logo type. Along with your two parts of your logo. And make sure you set the opacity to 100 again, depending on what effects you want for this. So now all of your logo and logo type are visible. So for this fourth video, you're going to want to change the scaling of your logo. So if you go to your logo, you can see it says scale here. So you can change this, and you can control when it changes scale, the same way as you change the opacity. So you click the timer, and then you indicate where in the video you want it to start off at either a size like this or a different size, and then where you want that to change. So possibly you may want it to change it like that, and then do the same thing for the other part of the logo, where you go to scale, and you may want it to be identical to the other half. Like this. And then you can play that back. And now you are changing the scaling of your logo elements with your logo type present. Then for the final version, you can add as many filters or effects as you want to produce the optimal results of what you want your video to end up looking like. So you can go to Effects, and you can change the color. You can do color correction. And you can just play around with the different effects. Make sure when you do this you have your video selected. So that's why it wasn't changing before. I forgot to select my video. So now you can change the colors and try these different settings and just see what you like best. And you can just go through these effects. And you can warp the background a little bit if that's what you want it to look like. There's an option to add a green. You can set the intensity. So there's many different ways to add different filters or effects to your fifth version of your videos. So then you will have to upload these to either Vimeo or YouTube. And to export it, you will go to Composition, Add to Render Queue, then under the output module you click this, Lossless, and you change the format to QuickTime, and the format, under Format Options, it must say Apple ProRes 422, then you click OK. Then over here you can pick a file that you want it to output to, then you click Render.